Hello, Kentucky. Christian Collins has received an offer from Kentucky. Is this the guy from Kentucky? Should he come urgently? Let's analyze. Christian Collins, a rising phenomenon in North American youth basketball, has just received an offer that could change the course of his career and solidify his future in the elite of the sport. The Kentucky Wildcats, with Pope, extended the forward an offer to join one of the most prestigious programs in college basketball. The news, which quickly echoed on social media after the athlete himself shared his excitement in a post on X, reinforces Kentucky's privileged position in the race for new talent and further raises expectations around the 2026 class. Collins, ranked as the third-best forward overall and second among forwards in his class by On3, is a player who combines explosive athleticism, versatility, and an impressive potential to play in multiple positions. Native of St. John Bosco, California, he has already demonstrated his credentials on the Nike EYBL circuit with numbers that impress even the most demanding scouts, averaging 15.7 points, 10 rebounds, and 1.7 assists per game, in addition to shooting 44.2% from the field and nearly 89% from the free throw line. These numbers not only demonstrate his ability to impact the game on multiple fronts, but also highlight his efficiency and technical maturity for such a young player. Mark Pope's decision to offer Collins a scholarship during the West Coast recruiting season reflects the coach's strategic commitment to attracting the best talent in the country. Pope and his staff went to great lengths to scout Collins in person, monitoring him alongside Taj Ariza, another five-star forward who also recently received an offer from Kentucky. This simultaneous move demonstrates not only the program's ambition, but also its ability to plan for the future with surgical precision. On the same day, Duke's John Shire also met with Collins and made his offer, underscoring the intensity of the competition for the young forward. For Collins, accepting Kentucky's offer would be a strategic move that could propel his NBA career. First, the program led by Mark Pope has an unparalleled reputation for developing top-tier players. With an advanced training structure, an experienced coaching staff, and a competitive environment that constantly challenges its players to improve, Kentucky provides the ideal tools for Collins to refine his skills and maximize his potential. Additionally, the program's track record of producing players in the NBA is undeniable, with several alumni going on to become stars in the league. For someone like Collins, whose ultimate goal likely includes a professional basketball career, being in an environment that prioritizes that path is essential. Another key reason for Collins to sign with Kentucky is the visibility and exposure the program provides. Playing for the Wildcats means competing in the spotlight, with nationally televised games and a passionate fan base that follows the team's every move. This elevated platform is a significant asset for any player looking to raise his profile and attract the attention of NBA scouts. Additionally, Kentucky's storied rivalry with other college basketball giants ensures that Collins will be constantly facing the best talent of his generation, preparing him for the challenges of the next level. Collins already has offers from iconic programs such as Alabama, Arizona, UCLA, USC, Cal, Kansas State, and Oregon. However, Kentucky's entry into the mix adds a new dimension to the recruiting process. The program's reputation, coupled with the renewed energy brought by Mark Pope, positions the Wildcats as one of the favorites in the race. Pope, known for his modern and adaptive approach to basketball, has demonstrated a unique ability to connect with young athletes and create an environment where they can thrive both on and off the court. Collins' decision will be shaped by a combination of factors, from development opportunities to affinity with the program. However, it is hard to ignore the appeal of Kentucky, a program that not only represents a tradition of excellence, but is also constantly evolving under Mark Pope's leadership. If Collins chooses to wear the Wildcats uniform, he will be taking a decisive step towards fulfilling his potential and his dream of becoming a professional basketball star. Let's wait and see. Strange and ironic fate for Lewis? Let's break it down. Akaden Lewis' commitment to the Villanova Wildcats is yet another example of how the pieces of this puzzle continue to move. The young point guard, who had originally committed to the Kentucky Wildcats in the fall of 2024, has found his new destiny at a program that is equally prestigious, but has a unique identity that could be exactly what he needs to thrive. Villanova's choice not only redefines Lewis's future, but also raises questions about Mark Pope's recruiting strategies and Kentucky basketball's next steps. Lewis was one of the most sought-after prospects in the 2025 class, appearing in the top 50 players in ESPN's final rankings and the top 31 in On3. His playmaking ability, combined with his vision and quick decision-making ability, has caught the attention of college basketball giants including UConn, North Carolina, Kansas, Louisville, Michigan, and Duke. However, his original decision to choose Kentucky reflected the weight of the program's tradition and the promise of competing on a bigger stage. Now, in choosing Villanova, Lewis appears to be seeking something different, an environment where he can thrive within a culture of balanced excellence, away from the intense scrutiny that surrounds programs like Kentucky. The irony of this move is heightened by the presence of former Kentucky point guard Devin Askew, who recently committed to Villanova for his final season of college eligibility. Askew, who had a low-key stint with the Wildcats before moving on to other programs, will now have the opportunity to help shape Lewis's development. This connection between two players who share Kentucky ties makes for an intriguing narrative and suggests that Villanova is building a roster that combines experience with promising youth. For Lewis, coaching alongside someone who has already faced the pressures of playing at Kentucky could be a major differentiator in his transition to college basketball. Meanwhile, in Lexington, Lewis's departure puts Mark Pope in a challenging position. The Wildcats coach has been working tirelessly to build a competitive roster for next season, but the tight schedule and May looming mean time is running out. With Travis Perry still in the transfer portal and other roster spots to fill, Pope needs to act quickly to ensure Kentucky remains competitive. Options include sourcing talent from the transfer portal, investing in new recruits from the youth ranks, or even exploring the international circuit, an increasingly common path in modern college basketball. Lewis's decision to head to Villanova also raises questions about the overall recruiting landscape in recent years. Traditional programs like Kentucky are facing stiff competition, not only from historic rivals, but also from schools that have taken innovative approaches to attracting talent. Villanova, known for its player development philosophy and emphasis on solid fundamentals, has established itself as a force to be reckoned with, especially after years of success under Jay Wright. While Kyle Neptune, Wright's successor, is still carving out his own identity as the Wildcats coach, the arrival of Lewis and Askew could be seen as a sign that the program is ready to maintain its relevance on the national stage. For Kentucky, Lewis' departure is a reminder that recruiting is as much a science as it is an art. While the program continues to attract the attention of high-profile prospects like Christian Collins, the loss of a player who was already committed to the Wildcats highlights the importance of creating genuine connections with athletes and their families. Mark Pope, known for his modern and adaptive approach, will have the opportunity to adjust his strategies to ensure that Kentucky remains a desirable destination for the nation's top talent. Akaden Lewis's decision to commit to Villanova is more than just a change of plans. It's a reflection of the complexities of contemporary college basketball, where factors like program culture, development opportunities, and personal connections can weigh as heavily as tradition and prestige. It still felt odd to make the move, but let's move on. Positive updates on Jaden Quaintance's rehab. The power forward, who has been one of the biggest unknowns in Coach Mark Pope's planning, appears to be on an encouraging path toward a full recovery. Pope's recent statement in a conversation with John Rothstein brought optimism not only to BBN, but also to college basketball fans who are eagerly awaiting to see how the Kentucky team will perform next season. Quaintance, whose arrival to the program was surrounded by high expectations, has faced challenges related to his physical condition in recent months. However, Pope's account of the player's commitment and diligence during the rehabilitation process is comforting news. "He's been incredibly diligent with his rehab," Pope said, highlighting the athlete's commitment. "That kind of dedication is essential for any player looking to return to the sport at a high level, especially at a program as competitive as Kentucky." Pope's speech suggests that the coaching staff is taking a careful and methodical approach to ensuring that Quaintance not only returns to the court, but does so in optimal condition. The emphasis on running the full race to get him back to 100% health before putting him back into action reflects a responsible and strategic mindset. It's not just about rushing a player back, but also ensuring that he is physically fit and mentally confident to play his role on the team. This long-term vision is crucial to protecting both Quaintance's future and the program's aspirations. Quaintance's importance to Kentucky's roster cannot be understated. Projected as a key part of the rotation, he brings attributes that are highly valued in modern basketball: versatility, physical presence, and the ability to impact the game on multiple fronts. His power forward potential allows him to be effective, both in the paint and on the outside, creating opportunities to open up space and contribute defensively. In an ideal scenario, his presence could be the difference that propels Kentucky into a strong position in the NCAA title race. Pope's statement also highlights the focus on the fall as a key time to assess Quaintance's progress. While there is still uncertainty about his full availability to start the season, the optimism shared by the coaching staff indicates that the player is being prepared to make a significant impact once he is fully recovered. This strategic patience is a testament to Mark Pope's development philosophy, which prioritizes the well-being of his players and building a cohesive and resilient team. For BBN, these updates represent a silver lining. Fans were already aware of Quaintance's raw talent when he committed to Kentucky, and now, with encouraging news about his rehabilitation, there is reason to renew hope for seeing him in action. Additionally, the proactive approach of the medical staff and coaching staff reinforces Kentucky's reputation as a program that invests in its players, providing them with the support they need to overcome adversity and reach their full potential. In the meantime, Mark Pope's work continues unabated. With the upcoming season fast approaching, the coach knows that every piece of the roster will be crucial to achieving the ambitious goals set for the program. Quaintance's recovery, coupled with the recruiting and transfer portal moves, shows that Kentucky is building a balanced and competitive team. The combination of young talent and experienced players could be the key to taking the Wildcats back to the top of college basketball. The updates on Jaden Quaintance are a reminder that success in the sport often comes down to patience, planning, and perseverance. The player's dedication, coupled with the commitment of the Kentucky coaching staff, paints a promising picture for the future. As BBN eagerly awaits the opportunity to see Quaintance in action, it's clear that the program is doing everything in its power to ensure that he's ready to contribute when the time comes. Will he be fit to start the season? Tough answer? Comment below.